anyways, but does this really hold that potential to be a big play?
There's no question about it, and I think for fans, there's a lot of times on special teams they think, oh, they're just kicking that. It's not going to be that way this week, both ways, because Thigpen's is outstanding, and obviously Chad is as good as it gets. So it's going to be exciting whenever the special teams step on the field.
Can a year like this, I mean, calling it the year of the returner, be good for the game in that sense, that people get excited about watching special teams again?
Returns and special teams is such a big part of the Canadian game with 3 downs, and this year it was great that there was so many exciting returns and changes of field position with special teams. So it's definitely something that I think is exciting for the fans.
Do you have much James Robinson status?
Right now, questionable. He's got a problem with his knees, and we're going to see how he runs tomorrow, but he's very questionable.
Okay, you have Kevin Huntley coming back this week now, so how excited are you about that?
Well, I'm pretty excited to have one of the best, if not the best, inside player in the league come back. He's everything he does is he's a big guy who can run. Have a 6'7" guy who will be in the face of their quarterback is important. With he and Belly, we have 2 tall guys inside, and that helps us.
All right, what kind of thing will Hamilton have to plan differently for him being back in the lineup?
I don't know. You'd have to ask their coaches whether they plan differently. Our guys that have been playing inside have been doing a great job, but Huntley and Belly are 2 of the best in the league, so obviously that helps us.
What is it that the Ticats have done well against you guys with respect to the special teams?
They don't make mistakes. They stay in their lanes. They are very disciplined, and they have a very good Canadian talent pool, and that's what makes your special teams good or not good. And theirs is very strong. Bob Vilovich has done a great job of putting that team together, and Dave Easley's an excellent coach, and they're very sound in what they do. And they don't make errors. They don't make mistakes. They don't run out of lanes. They don't get lazy. They're a very disciplined football team, and that's how they've beaten us in every phase. Is they've been very disciplined, and we've shown a lack of discipline in terms of turning the ball over and taking too many penalties and all those types of things.
Is that something that you talk about or bring up again?
Yes. What do you think? Yeah. Obviously you just. Our players know what they need to do to win the game, and turn the ball over is not a way to go about winning the game, and taking penalties is not a way to go about winning the game. Penalties on special teams are killer, and when you got a guy like Chad Owens back there, the last thing you want to do is do anything that's going to potentially bring back a play, because you're better not to block the guy, and he's got a chance to miss him than you are to block him in the back.
2 of your big special teams guys sat out last week with injuries. Any updates in terms of Crawford or Johnson?
Well, JJ practiced today. He's a little sore. We'll see how he is tomorrow. Craw's not going to be able to go. He's just not going to be able to go. And he's one of the best in the league. We have the league in special teams tackles, or was close to the top. So obviously that hurts us. But those are guys who are very unsung, but very, very critical to what you do. So those are huge holes to fill. And guys just have to step up and do that job.
In a TSN players poll that was released earlier this year, Kevin Glenn was, selected by his peers to be the most underrated player in the league. You've been around the league obviously for a long time. Do you view him that way? As underrated?
There's no doubt. He's a guy who wins games. He knows how to win games. He's cool under pressure. He took a team to a Grey Cup. He didn't get a chance to play in that game. And quarterbacks are measured by whether they can take teams to Grey Cups. And he hasn't won a Grey Cup yet, but other than that, everything he does is championship quality. So he's one of the top guys in the league.
Brannigan going to dress again this week?
At this point, yeah, Brannigan will